Happy Wednesday. Happy scoping out. Today we're talking about, the P word, patience. Nobody likes to hear the word patience because it implies personal work, and it actually is quite a lot of personal work. But here's the impetus for this subject today, because I'm actually super excited. 2 weeks ago, we did a whole thing about being a selfish brat. And are you a selfish brat if you want more out of life than just finally getting the bills paid, finally putting food on the table, finally catching up with the credit cards? And then you're sitting there going, okay, now what's next? And you go, oh my God, why am I even asking for more? My life is pretty awesome. I should just be basking in the glory. And I'm not. I'm looking at what's higher and better and next, right? Then, because of that topic, and me telling you that you really were wired to want more and it was okay. And then if you gave yourself permission to want more, you could go out and you could seek more, right? And then last week, we talked about gratitude, because then suddenly there was all this guilt for, I should be grateful. But yeah, I want more, and okay, it's normal, but where's the gratitude? I should be in gratitude, and how those two things actually keep you from being grateful. And that when you tap into that gratitude feeling, it is actually a feeling, not just a thankful thought, and it directs your energy. So the reason I'm excited to talk about patience today is because you are asking me these next questions, which means you are doing these things and you are pushing yourself and you are making a difference. I cannot even tell you how thrilled I am that we're moving on to the next part of this, because it means that this is impacting your life. And that is why I do any of this. Patience, patience, patience. Why is this even coming up? Because two things. Some of you are having impatience with yourself because you can't get to that grateful place. We'll talk about that. The other half of you are like, okay, all right, I'll give myself permission to want more. I'll go ahead and move forward. But boy, if I could just get some quick results out of some of these efforts, then I would know that this was all validated and moving forward and wanting more was actually okay in life. Okay? So those two things. First, can't get to that gratitude place. Have patience with yourself. Understand two things about gratitude, okay? One of them is we haven't talked about until last week. Most of you haven't even talked about gratitude as a feeling space, thought about gratitude as a feeling space, much less using gratitude as the directive, as the director of your life. Where do I feel the most grateful? Do more of that. Where do I feel the most charged up? Do more of that. This is the first time you guys have ever even thought about gratitude in this way. Okay, so you need to have patience with yourself and your learning curve. Oh, Luna is all jazzed up. It must be my energy. She's like, ooh, gratitude. We love gratitude, because she is bouncing all over this house. So what you really want to do then is be able to have this grace with your process now as you begin to shift your mindset around what gratitude is. And the best differentiator I have to explain gratitude for people is really by pointing out a mistake people make around gratitude, and that is, think of the last time you got good news. Good news generally comes on the heels of blah news, right? Guess what? Your cancer's remission. Guess what? You're not getting laid off this month. Guess what? You don't have to move after all because the landlord is not selling the house, or I don't even know what. I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass. But usually our big good news comes on the heels of some kind of yucky news, right? So what do we do? What do we do when we get that good news? We go, oh, okay, thank goodness. No cancer. Cancer's in remission. That's awesome. Ooh, I might be able to make my 9 o'clock meeting. One quick grateful thought, not a gratitude feeling in the heart, right? I have to still keep looking really booby today. I'm not wearing this shirt ever again. Gratitude in the heart. And what you're really experiencing, what you thought was gratefulness, is actually relief. Because then what happens when you have this conversation with your family? cancer's in remission. Everybody goes, oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Thank goodness. And you go, yeah, but I've got to go back in 6 months to double check. Or yeah, but this other test isn't clear. Or yeah, but I don't know if my job's on the chopping block. Yeah, but you quickly have this grateful thought. You move, instead of feeling that full, rich, grateful feeling, you quickly move on to the next problem to be solved. So if this is all new to you, if you are just now understanding the true nature of gratitude, not as a thought, but as a feeling, and you have a habit of experiencing relief instead of, gratitude, right? If that's your habit, then you're rewiring everything in your system, your brain, your cellular memory, your thoughts, the whole 9 yards. And that is going to take time and practice. That's it. You'll get there. Every single time you catch yourself having a grateful thought without that grateful feeling, you'll get there. You'll go, oh, okay, wait, I want to sit in this for a moment and really feel it. And you might even go in and just have a bunch of thoughts, but it doesn't hit here. But the fact that you're giving it intentionality, the fact that you're turning your attention to gratitude, and you're creating a gratitude practice for yourself, means that the gratefulness will come. That gratitude feeling will come. So have patience with yourself, okay? And then the next piece is having patience with results. Because what we do when we say, okay, I get it, when we intellectually get it, but we don't totally believe it yet, right? We really want to quantify absolutely everything. Say, okay, well, if that's it, if that's the thing, if it's okay to want more, and it's okay to want more from that grateful place, that if it's okay to really love what I've done so far and bask in that feeling and grow myself into gratitude as a feeling and a director of sorts of my actions, and then in order for me to know that's right, in order for me to know that's valid, I must see results, right? So that person that goes, okay, so that thing that I've always wanted to do maybe is write a book. I'm going to go write a book, and I'm going to dedicate myself to 1,000 words a day or 10,000 words a day or whatever it is until this book is done. What happens the moment you sit down to write that book? You've given yourself a quantifiable thing as a schedule, and where does that creativity go? Right out the window, right? Gone. And then you go, well, maybe that's a sign. Maybe it's a sign that I'm not supposed to do this. Maybe it's a sign I'm not supposed to want more. Maybe it's a sign I'm reaching too high. Maybe it's a sign it's all been said before, right? Because what you really, really want is really fast results to show you that it is okay to A, want more, B, strive for more, and C, continue to reach outside of the boundaries of what everybody in your life, including you, has agreed to normal, right? Normal is you come home, you cook, you make dinner. Normal is not you come home and make everybody else cook so that you can go write your book. That's not normal. Nobody else agreed to that, right? But if you could show them, look, I'm getting results, and look, I workshopped this thing, and I'm taking this class, and my teacher loves it. What happens if you write it and your teacher hates it? What happens if you workshop it and the critique is really bad? Does that mean you should stop? No, absolutely not. That's not what that means at all. All it means is that you get more practice at reaching for more practice at being grateful for what you do produce, more practice at understanding this growth and trajectory that you're having as you move forward toward creativity, forward toward that broken envelope, that broken ceiling, right? That's all it means. So that itself becomes an exercise in patience, because here's what happens. If you're not patient in those two ways, right? Patient with your gratitude process and patient with these quantifiable results, right? If you're not patient in those two ways, the stories start to spin out of control in your head that you shouldn't be reaching farther, you shouldn't be wanting more, you shouldn't be sacrificing dinner time with the family or whatever the story is. It's all been said before. Who am I to write this? I'm just a little nobody over here, right? If that becomes if those stories that have been running on default that you couldn't even identify before start coming into play, you're not going to get any results at all. You're either going to quit writing, or the writing's going to become contrived, or whatever the endeavor is. You suck the creativity right out of the thing that you're trying to create, right? Right out of yourself, right out of the results, the whole 9 yards. And everybody around you is like, see, told you shouldn't have done that. You should have been grateful with what you had. You should have been grateful right where you were and not push the envelope. Right? So not having patience doesn't get results. Being upset with yourself doesn't get results. We have a tendency of thinking that patience is this thing that prolongs the end game, that takes us longer to get there, when the truth of the matter is, the very exercise of having patience, especially in this grateful place, especially from this place of gratitude, actually quickens results. It gets rid of all of that emotional ballast that's holding you down and keeping you stuck. Without that ballast, you cut that away, and all of this stuff just flies straight up. Your creativity, your self-worth, your self-confidence, your ability to carve out that time, that nurturing, the responsibility you have to say, I'm doing this thing that pushes my envelope, that pushes me forward, right? So you understand, patience is not the enemy of productivity. It is the friend. It is the partner. So your homework and my homework is, every time we get into those places where we start to feel a little frustrated with ourselves, we think we should have better results faster, is to say, okay, what's my story? Where's my practice, my gratitude and my patience practice, those two things both, and how is this new story of being grateful and patient helping me achieve my results? We're shifting the perspective. We're turning it around so that we can do something different with all of this energy we're throwing at the things that we're creating in life. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for patience with my dog, who still is very excited to be at the window and wagging the tail and moving the thing. And thank you for your patience with me. And more importantly, thank you for your patience with yourself. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your results quicken. Let me know how you actually just love what you do all of a sudden, because you have permission to. That's all I did. Just give you permission. That's it. And start looking for those differences between gratefulness and relief, right? There's a difference. You're going to start seeing it now. Let me know how that goes. Let me know what that looks like. And when you're ready, come join me in a course, or the Passion on Purpose, or the coaching membership, or something, so that we can get working together more closely and more intimately and really quicken those results. Thank you, everybody. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.